Children, we have learned about weather, season, and climate, and we have learned about India's climate. See, children, we have learnt in India's climate, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand have a cold places. Temperature is very low. Rajasthan is a hot place. Goa has a pleasant weather. All coastal area have a humid weather. So why it happens so? Because of the different temperature. All places they experience different temperature. Because all places they experience different temperature. What is the reason behind that? Because of the climate of that place. What are the factors affecting? Uh, there are the several factors that affect the climate of a place. That is, some of them are distance from the equator, height above the sea level, distance from the sea, wind and humidity. So now we will learn in detail, children. Let's understand each one of them. Distance from the equator, or we can say latitudes. As we have learned, because of the earth's spherical shape, amount of sunlight is not fall universally over earth. Sunlight amount do not fall at the same angle on the earth. That is why we will see the temperature decreases. We go away from the equator towards the pole. See, children, uh, in this torrid zone from the Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere, there is another name is called as a tropical zone. So in between these two, we have equator places located near the equator receive the direct sun rays of the sun. Since the rays are stronger, the places near the equator are hotter than the places which are at the higher latitude. As we go further away, we have temperate zone. This is the area lying between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere. And in the southern hemisphere, it is between the Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. So this see in this area the temperature uh, is not too hot, not so cold. This temperate area gets slanting sun rays, less hotter than the torrid zone. This area also has a pleasant climate. As we go even further away, we have the frigid zone. It is cold freezing out here. This area is between the Arctic Circle in the north place and in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere it is between the Antarctic Circle and South Pole. Places near the poles get more slanting rays even than the temperate zone. So children, here these rays have to travel through a great distance and spread out over a large area, and therefore weaker, thus making places near the poles less hot. At the poles, energy from the sun reaches the earth's surface at the lower angle and passes through a thicker layer of atmosphere than the equator. To see how direct rays gives a more heat than the slanting, you can do this simple experiment. See, shine a torch directly on the floor. The circle of the light is bright and concentric. Now slant the torch. You will see the light becomes scattered over the large area and not as concentrated as the former. So this is how distance from the equator affect the climate. So next point is high above the sea level, means altitude. So this is an altitude means as we go higher, the temperature reduces. The more you go above the ground, that is from the surface of the earth to higher, the temperature decreases because the concentration of the air molecules decreases. We also call it as a thin air. So the places which are located at the higher altitude are cooler than the places located at the lower altitude. So that is why when you go to the hill station, as it cool out there, right children? So if you will see For example, your Arku place nearby, your Arku, Lambasingi, many times you people visited there, or in our India, Ooty is there, Mount Abu is in Rajasthan, Mussoorie, Shimla. We like to go these places in summer. So the hill stations are high altitude towns for the recreation, for the enjoyment and escape from the heat during summer time. Right, children? So here next is a distance from the sea. If we live in a coastal area, you will experience moderate climate, not so cold, not so hot. We experience land breeze and sea breeze. We will discuss about sea breeze and land breeze now. Land breeze blows during the night from the land to sea, and the land becomes cooler faster than the sea, and the air above the sea becomes warmer and rises. The cooler air from the land moves to take its places. Sea breeze blows during the day and land heats up faster than the sea. Always remember that air moves from the high pressure to low pressure. The best way to understand this, switch on the AC in your room and leave the door open. You will feel the cool air is going out of the room. This is because the environment outside your room is warm and it is attracting the cool air molecules towards it. And you can also understand the land mass gets heated faster than the water bodies. Whereas the places, those far from it, have an extreme climate. In summer, land heats up faster and warm air above it, right? The sea affects the climate of the place. Coastal areas are cooler and wetter than the inland areas. Clouds forms when warm air from the inland areas meets the cool air from the sea. Center of the country are the subject to a large range of temperature. In summer, temperature can be hot and dry. You know why? Because as the moisture from the sea evaporates before it reaches to the center of the landmass. So this is the distance from the sea. The temperature also different. Next is the wind and humidity. Winds also have an effect on the climate of a place. Depending on the place of the region of the wind, it may be either hot or cool. Winds blowing from the sea carry moisture and cool, while wind blowing from the desert area is a hot. Next is the humidity. Humidity is the amount of moisture and water vapor present in the air. High humidity makes humans being uncomfortable because of the perspiration does not dry up immediately. Places near the sea experience high humidity because a large amount of evaporation take place from the sea nearby. This is why the coastal areas such as Chennai, Mumbai, Visakhapatnam, all coastal areas experience humid weather. Children, we are continuing our next topic, climatic zones of the earth. Already we have discussed many times about climatic zones of the earth. So what is climatic zone? Climatic zone is the area which have similar kind of temperature. If you will see in this map, this Canada and Russia, they falls in the temperate zone. So they are in the different places, opposite places, but they have the same temperature. As you will see the Mexico and India, they falls in the same temperate zone. So even though they are away from each other, these places have the same temperature. See children, earth has basically three kinds of climatic conditions. These are tropics or torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. So in these countries we have in these zones we have many countries. So which experience almost same kind of temperature. So one after another we will discuss now. The first is tropics. See children, here tropics is known as a torrid zone. So this is also known as the equatorial zone because of this is close to the equator. So this zone is the center of the earth and close to the sun and gets vertical sun rays. This makes the area very hottest zone and on our earth, and throughout the year this gets direct sun heat. That's why this is a very hottest and humid area. And if it is more hotter, then it would be more evaporation. If evaporation is there, then it would be a humid and get more rainfall. So we have learned that where the more water vapor is in the air, then the climate becomes humid and condensed clouds and more rainfall. So water cycle is continuous in this area. So India is also in this zone. And because of this area experience more rainfall, you will find different kind of vegetations. We will find Amazon rainforest in this area, Sahara desert. Okay, there are so many countries here: Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, Gabon, Congo Republic, Maldives, Indonesia, Uganda, Kiribati, Kenya. So these are the countries which are very much near to the equator and equatorial area. So right, children, here. So another thing, a particular thing about the torrid zone is that it is usually hot and humid. Climate is hot and humid throughout the year as sun rays of the sunlight falls directly. So heavy rainfall is common here. So children, where is the torrid zone located? So how you will say this? The torrid zone is located between the Tropic of Cancer 23 point north and Tropic of Capricorn 23 point south on the globe or on the map. So next we will discuss about the temperate zone. So as we reach to the temperate zone, the sun rays are slanting. It means the distance from the sun to temperate zone is larger. That is why we have a pleasant temperature in this zone. So it's not so hot, not so cold. So there are the two zones of temperate zone. The one is in the Tropic of Capricorn between the Arctic Circle in the north side and between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the south side. So north temperate zone and the south temperate zone. So children, there are the 4 seasons here: summer, autumn, winter and spring. Changes between seasons are distinct but not extreme. So this region is experienced slightly slanting rays of the sun. Therefore climate is neither too hot nor too cold. Moderate rainfall is also seen in this zone. So in the temperate zone you will see some countries: Argentina, south of Brazil, southern United States, eastern Australia. Like these countries falls under the temperate zone. So now we will talk about frigid zone. So frigid zone, where is the frigid zone located? Frigid zone is located from the North Pole in the northern hemisphere, from the North Pole to Arctic Circle 66.5 in the north, and after that from the Antarctic Circle 66.5 in the south to south hemisphere to South Pole in the 90 degree in the southern hemisphere. So children, in the frigid zone, what are the particular things here? The wind. See, the 2 seasons here in this frigid zone we experience: winter and summer. So winter lasts for the 9 to 10 months and summer lasts for the 2 to 3 months. And the sun rays of the sun that reaches here spread over a wide area. So this region receives very little sunlight and heat. The climate of this extreme cold and most of the time mildly cold climate is seen during the summer. And another interesting thing is there, children, here. See, you might be wondering, there are 24 hours daylight in the Arctic Circle, and while there is a 24 hours of the night in the Antarctic Circle. Means poles experience 6 months of sunlight and 6 months of darkness due to the angle of the earth. Each pole spends 6 months tilted towards the sun. So the 6 months there is a continuous daylight
at one pole, while the other pole remains in the dark for those 6 months here. So children, here months daytime March to October in the Arctic Circle, and month nighttime October to March. So in the both poles, when the sun is near to the Tropic of Cancer, it is visible from the North Pole for the 6 months. It's a day there. And at the same time, the sun cannot be seen from the South Pole for the 6 months, so it is at night there. So vice versa. So in the Arctic Circle, which falls under this 6 months day, or most of the part, the sun is visible there. That is Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Finland, Norway, some part of the Russia, Sweden, and Alaska in USA.